tonight. Their last two games, the loss to Mississippi State and the loss to UConn, they got off to bad starts. The results were 2 consecutive losses for the first time this season. So Tennessee at 14-5 on the season and 6-1 in the SEC on offense to start this game. Z Spearman, who's from Decula High School, just 45 minutes from here, shoots an air ball on her opening shot, but she got fouled.
Georgia's bigs have got to be careful. As we know, Mia Woolfolk has been plagued with some foul trouble throughout the season. Coach Abe really values her. She's got to stay on the court. I believe that was on Vera. So a foul on the Georgia big.
Yeah, Vera Ojenewa was called for the foul. She's back in the starting lineup tonight. And Spearman misses the first free throw. Z Spearman, 6'4" senior. She's a forward. As I mentioned, out of Decula, Georgia, played for the Falcons, was their all-time scorer and leading rebounder in Falcons high school history, Decula High School, the Falcons. And she spent the last 2 years at Miami. She signed with Katie Meyer coming out of high school, and then when Coach Katie Meyer retired, she ended up transferring to Tennessee. So Georgia dealing with the press, and Turner misses the floater. And a traveling call on Tennessee after they got the rebound after the Turner miss.
Woolfolk telling Ojenewa, be smart, be careful. She knows the bigs have got to stay in the game. Their presence of the Vols, they are tall, they are long.
Georgia 18-4 overall. They are 4-4 in the SEC, missing the paint, and the rebound controlled by Cooper. They go to the corner and the three-pointer. Offensive rebound, Cooper, and a foul is going to be called on Georgia. And Carnegie picks up the foul. That'll be the second team foul on Georgia here in the first minute of the game. As we mentioned, Tennessee is one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the entire country. They're averaging 16.3 a game, which is number 2 in the SEC. And they're 8th in the nation, or 7th in the nation, with the updated standings and the updated stats. Those numbers change pretty much daily. So currently 7th in the nation. Long pass goes to Carnegie. Assist for Turner and basket for Carnegie. Back the other way, Tennessee attacks. And Turner comes back quickly the other way. Should have a high-octane, high-tempo game here today, especially if it's played at the pace Tennessee wants to play.
That's right, Turner doing a great job last possession, finding her man, Turner running up. Good take there, but the length, Tennessee with the block.
Yeah, Barker got the block on the reverse layup attempt by Turner. Now Barker working against Ojenewa, blows by her and gets the layup.
Great job by the center, face up, pivot, takes it to the basket hard.
Opening 2 minutes and a 3-2 lead for Tennessee. Six on the shot clock. Woolfolk just inside the circle. Misses the shot. Rebound is controlled by Tennessee. Cooper got open for the three and buried it. So Talaysia Cooper with the three-pointer, our first three-pointer from either team so far tonight, and a 6-2 lead for Tennessee.
If you're Georgia, as we've discussed, that you've got to know where Barker as well as Cooper are located. A lot of the offense comes to them. Both players have been in the double figures for 15 games. Georgia's got to know where they're located on the defensive end.
Coach Abe felt pretty confident that Georgia would do a good job with the Tennessee press because they did so well with it last year in their victory in Knoxville. Ball goes to Woolfolk, working against Cooper. Missed up close, and the ball last touched by Georgia will be Tennessee's ball.
Danny Carnegie doing a great job running in the opposite lane line. Great find by Trinity Turner. And Georgia will have to have a few more buckets like that in transition.
Carnegie averaging 18.3 points per game, even better in the conference, 20.5. Civil misses the layup. Ojenoa grabs the rebound. Turkoff, open three, buried it.
Big shot for Riley Turkoff, averaging 2 threes per game, and her and Danny Carnegie both shooting over 40%. Good find in transition.
Yeah, Turkoff is 41%, which is number 3 in the SEC, and Carnegie's right behind her, number 4 in three-point field goal percentage. Cooper sets the screen. Ball goes out to Spearman, wing three, buried it. Second three-pointer for Tennessee. They've got a 9-5 lead.
Both of their threes coming almost from the exact same spot on the wing. Georgia has got to know where the shooters are located.
Under 6 minutes to play in the quarter. Tennessee up by 4. Ball goes to Woolfolk. She lost it. Was able to save it from going out of bounds and then lost it out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover on Georgia, which will be their first of the game. Tennessee does a great job of turning their opponents. Tennessee forces 21.4 turnovers per game, staple of a Kim Caldwell defense, and their turnover margin is 4th in the SEC. Shot clock violation on Georgia. Lost track of the time on the inbounds.
No communication on Georgia's end, not from the inbound. No one knew time was running out, and a shot clock violation there for the Georgia Bulldogs.
To the corner, and the three by Sybil bangs off the iron. And Georgia loses it out of bounds in the corner. Lady Vols 0-2 this past week. That 77-62 loss to Mississippi State on Thursday. And then the 96-66 loss at number 1 UConn on Sunday. It was the worst loss ever to the Huskies and the second biggest loss in Tennessee history. Turner gets the rebound after the miss by Poldo. Carnegie steps in and puts it off the glass.
Great patience by Danny Carnegie in transition. Doesn't go for her three. Good finish inside.
Up close, the miss by Prawl. One and done, Georgia brings it up. Long pass goes to Kraft. In the paint, off 1 foot, put it in. Tied at 9. Poldo working against Turner, goes around her to the corner, an open three. Got to hit the open three. They airmailed that shot. Sybil missed it badly. Your offense is designed to get that open corner three. You can't miss it badly like that. Home last week, they dropped back out of the top 25 this week. Meantime, Tennessee was 15th. They dropped to 19th after that loss, those 2 losses last week. The loss at UConn was not really a stunner. The fact that they lost it so big and the way it kind of happened with the wheels kind of coming off in that third quarter was a little bit stunning, but the bigger stunner was the loss to Mississippi State, a team they had beaten by 10 in Starkville.
That's right, and Coach Caldwell told us they've got to get off to better starts. They've got to be consistent. They've got to share the ball and do it as a team.
Kraft got off the shot to beat the shot clock buzzer, and here comes Tennessee in a tie game, 9-9. Poldo will take the three and bang it off the side iron, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Georgia's ball. So mass substitutions here for Coach Kim Caldwell, which is her style with the up-tempo, hectic play that she likes to bring to the floor. They rotate a lot of players, and a lot of times their substitutions are 5 at a time.
That's right. When you go up and down and play at that pace, sometimes the substitutions are 4 or 5 out, just keeping everybody fresh.
Turner is trapped here at half court, throws it away. First time the press has gotten to Georgia and forced a turnover. Savannah Henderson guarding Barker. Barker gets it back with her back to the basket and 14 on the shot clock. Drop step and banks it in. Barker's going to be a handful. She wasn't a 5-star, rated the number 3 player in the country coming out of Mountain Verde for nothing. And I know that was a while back, but she's still that player.
That's right, 6'4" long. She can post you up. She can make good moves. She has a little bit of finesse about her game.
Carnegie knocked down on the 3, and she'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Here you see crossing right at the half-court line is tough in this sort of press. You have 2 defenders trapping you. Turnover, Georgia. Tennessee does a great job pushing it up in transition. They end up getting it in to Barker, who finishes with a strong post-up move against Henderson.
Anne-Marie, I'm watching Janiah Barker, watched her in shoot-around today. You walk in the gym and you take a look at that young lady and you say, well, there's a WNBA player right there.
Yeah, she has the body, she has the speed, she has the ability. She will be a professional player.
Carnegie's second free throw puts it down. So Carnegie has now scored 6 of Georgia's 11 points in this game. Make it 7 of 12. Barker on the drive, gets stopped on a double team, spins and misses the turnaround. In the paint, nice feed from Turner, and Woolfolk couldn't pay it off.
Tennessee has numbers.
Wing 3, Poldo. Rebound, Verse went up over Robertson right there and took it away from her. Then it was lost out of bounds, but it will be Georgia's ball.
Verse hustling for the ball, trying to stick with it. Almost ran over one of the photographers on the baseline. Good hustle from the Georgia Bulldogs, and Tennessee will have it baseline out of bounds.
You would think with the toughness and the energy and the rebounding a player like Maya Verse brings to the table that she's going to see a lot of minutes in a game like this. This is her kind of game, a very physical game anticipated to be. Spearman, what a matchup nightmare she is at 6'4", standing out there on the wing, able to knock down the 3, although she missed that right there. The foul's going to be called on Georgia. And it's going to be on Woolfolk, and that's going to be number 1 on her. Watch Woolfolk on the box out right there.
Woolfolk tried to say she grabbed me first, but sometimes it doesn't matter who does it first. It just matters who gets caught.
Sounds like you speak from experience there. Spin move, Spearman. Foul on Woolfolk. That's going to be 2 quick ones on Mia Woolfolk here in the first quarter, and that'll get Aisha Indoor off the bench.
And as we mentioned, it's a key for Georgia, and it's a key that they need Woolfolk on the court. Those 2 early fouls will send her to the bench.
I mean, nothing against Aisha Indoor. She brings a lot of size to the table, and she can block shots, and she can rebound, but she can't score. You lose a lot offensively when you have to make that substitution.
That's right, and this foot speed and the agility of these Tennessee's big, these are not your normal centers. These are not your block-oriented. They can move, they can dribble. So Indoor has her work cut out, and if she's going to be matching with Spearman or Barker.
Gonzalez brings it across for Georgia. Turner in the paint. A little too hard off the glass that time. Barker clears the rebound. And it comes to Robertson. Poldo, open lane to the basket. Scoop shot up and in. That was one of the fears for Coach Abe, was how they're going to attack and attack and attack and go downhill at the basket all game. And there another turnover in the backcourt forced by the press, and Cooper gets the bucket. Second time their press has led to direct layup points. Carnegie, 3. In and out. Barker, another rebound. And shoot around, she was easily jumping up and grabbing the rim today. Carnegie gets knocked down in the paint. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Carnegie wanted to see that one go through. Great job on the offensive end. Good read in a 2-on-1 situation. Carnegie has brought a lot of offense here with 7 points thus far in the first quarter.
So Danny Carnegie at the line. She's an 82.6% free throw shooter, which is number 6 in the conference. She's had 10 20-point games for Georgia and 3 double-doubles. Back-to-back SEC Co-Player of the Week honors. First Georgia player to do that since the great Tasha Humphrey in 2007. Turnover, Tennessee. The crowd is upset because the official initially pointed in favor of Tennessee, but they've changed their mind after Eric Bruton and Kyle Bacon got together to confer, and they fixed the call. Anne-Marie, what do you remember about your battles against Tennessee?
Well, I remember that, the preparation was always tough. It was always a team we wanted to beat.
Kraft at the buzzer. Let's see, does it count? Apparently it will not. Go ahead and flip that number over to 44. That's going to happen. By the end of the regular season, they'll be the only team in the country that will have played everybody that are currently in the top 7 of the AP Top 25 right now, because they've played UCLA and they've also played UConn, and the other 5 are SEC opponents.
Riley Turcoff with her second 3 on the game, matching her average.
Traveling call. Hurst took steps. Here's Riley Turcoff with the 3-point shot. Her second one of the game.
If you're Tennessee, you've got to know where your shooters are. Between Carnegie and Riley Turcoff, you have almost 6 threes accounted for a game.
She's averaging 10.6 points per game. She got off to a little bit of a slow start in the SEC. I think it took a little bit of time to get acclimated to the speed and intensity of the game. Was having trouble getting her shot off early on in conference play, but I think she's kind of settled into things now.
I would totally agree. I think, she did great in the non-conference. She was a big offensive factor. The first few games in the SEC, we all know if you haven't played in the SEC, it's a different animal. Took her a few games to get on her feet, get comfortable, and now you see her back in her rhythm.
Carnegie on the drive, the feed to Bursch! What a dime from Carnegie. Georgia up by 4. Robertson, a long 3-pointer, way off the mark. Long outlet comes to Kraft, beats the defense down the floor, missed the layup. Back to Poldo. Barker got pickpocketed by Carnegie, and then Barker commits the foul.
Great find by Danny Carnegie, finding her post. Mia Verse down low. Matt, as he mentioned, this is going to be a great game for Mia Verse. She's explosive. She's a big presence inside. Her rebounding, and her jumping ability. Big finish for Verse.
Redshirt sophomore forward out of Peoria, Arizona. Of course, her brother Jared, star for the LA Rams. Just missed a chance to go back to the Super Bowl this year. Turner stops and pops off the back iron, lost out of bounds off of Tennessee. So Verse comes off the floor. Ogenoa checks in for her. Foul on Tennessee on the inbounds. Spearman was called for a hold on the out-of-bounds set. Carnegie at the elbow. The feed to Ogenowa got fouled. And Ogenowa's going to go to the line, or did they call travel? Wow, they called steps before she got fouled. So a break for Tennessee right there.
Good pick and roll action. Carnegie gets it to her big. A little bit too quick of a shuffle there. And another turnover for Georgia.
Cooper misses the three. Rebound, Georgia's got it. Ogenowa tracks it down, hands it off to Turner. Carnegie takes the three, in and out. Cleared by Spearman. Flau'jae Cooper across. Spearman can't handle the feed from Cooper. A little bit behind her. Turnover for Tennessee.
A little bit of frustration on the Tennessee Vols side. Not able to connect on the pass. Great job for Georgia. Good defensive stop.
Coach Caldwell told us at shoot-around today she was really rough on them in the film session after that UConn game. Felt like, much like the Louisville game, they had way too many possessions where they had possessions with zero or just one pass within the possession.
You see today a lot of people passing the ball, a lot of ball reversal, making sure that they're playing as a unit.
Felt like when they got into that spell at the 2:48 mark of the third quarter, they went a couple of possessions without scoring, then felt like players started to feel like they had to take it on themselves to do something, to improvise and kind of freelance and make the offense themselves. Poldo all the way through. How about that? Streaking right through the lane. Mia Poldo with the bucket. There's Mia and there's Maya. And it's hard to tell them apart.
And Georgia has a Mia and Maya as well, so we got two Mias and Mayas in the game today.
Carnegie, hard off the backboard. Sybil splits the defense, missed the layup. Did a lot of work, didn't get the payoff. Henderson trapped in the corner and stepped out of bounds. Watch how quick Mia Poldo is.
Great crossover right in front of Turcoff. No help side, no one in a spot to help. And a quick, easy two for the Vols.
She's a blur. I mean, she was too quick for any help to come. She beat the help to the point of the help.
She is very, very quick. Georgia's got to stay in under the ball, especially on the quick point guard, Mia Poldo.
Poldo takes the mid-range and the rebound. Georgia gets it, and then crashing into the camera line over there. We got a lot of camera people here tonight. It's a big game.
If I'm a camera person, I'm going to stay away from that spot. That's a second person over there that has gotten nailed.
And if you're counting on Verse to check up and to hold up and not crash into you, you better think again. Turkoff with 3 on the shot clock. Left-handed layup, got knocked to the deck. She got fouled with 2 on the shot clock.
Great clock awareness there by Riley Turkoff. She'll head to the line on the progress and on the accomplishments in the season thus far.
Yeah, so while they don't have any bad losses, I think they have some significant wins. I think the fact that after they lost to Ole Miss on New Year's Day out in Oxford, came back home and really beat Ole Miss badly here on their home floor, I think was a big high-profile positive win for them that will help them when it comes time for the selection process. Feed into the low block, got denied by Georgia. Verse batted it away. Lady Bulldogs are up 4. Trin Turner takes the 3. It rims out.
Georgia's had quite a few threes rim out. Danny Carnegie's had a few rim out, and Trinity Turner there.
Georgia's 2 for 7 on their threes. Tennessee's 2 for 14. And that was Cooper who missed up close. Stole it away. That's the 3rd time they've come up with a turnover in the backcourt. A steal for Georgia. And then a foul was called on Turner after she coughed up the ball.
And if you're Savannah Henderson and you pass the ball to Trinity Turner, her man ran over to trap. You've got to have awareness. You've got to flash to the ball. Got to help out your – that's some length right there and some athleticism on those Tennessee bigs.
Paldo working against Gonzalez. Four on the shot clock. Cooper, do they have clock awareness? They do. Cooper hits the mid-range jumper. They have so many bigs that can hit on the perimeter. They might not technically be bigs, but they're big.
Yeah, when you're 6'2" and over shooting a pull-up, it is hard to contest as a guard. And great job by Trinity Turner down low with a strong finish over Paldo.
Civil takes the 3, missed it. Civil's now 0 for 5 from the floor. And Turner runs into a hug by her coach.
With the shot clock going down, Cooper, great awareness, uses her length, steps into a 1-dribble pull-up. And next, Trinity Turner going baseline, little hesitation, contact, finishing through 2 defenders.
So Turner's going to the foul line as Georgia's now in the bonus. Shooting the 1-and-1. I'm sorry, shooting 2. They don't have the 1-and-1. I miss the days of the 1-and-1.
I don't. Ugh.
I thought it added a nice element to the game. I mean, there's a little risk reward in there. You got to hit that first free throw to get a second.
As a player, you just prefer to.
Yeah, it takes all the pressure off. You know if you miss that first one, you got to back up. I miss the days of the 1-and-1.
Like the accountability between Carnegie and Turner. Carnegie goes in, gets the ball smacked out of her hand. Trinity Turner wide open on ball side corner. Carnegie dabs her up, so that's my bad, my bad.
Backdoor cut, Genoa, and the feed from Turner. Nicely executed by Georgia in the half court. Their lead is 6.
Good patience by Genoa, knowing the bigs pursuing her. Goes up with a little head fake, strong finish with her left hand.
Pardon me, the lead is 8. Robertson drains the 3. Now the lead is 5. 27-22, Georgia on top. Carnegie got raked across the face.
Tennessee's got to be smart. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left. They're in bonus. Georgia will head back to the line for 2 free throws.
So let's see if, I believe Danny's going to be okay, can take these free throws. Looked like she might have got scraped in the eye. which is never any fun. Does not affect her shooting whatsoever. And Carnegie now in double figures. She has 10 of Georgia's 28. Lead back to 7 for Georgia at 29-22. Paldo calmly knocks down the three-pointer. Back-to-back threes by Tennessee.
Paldo's first three of the game. She leads Tennessee with 38 threes made on the season.
Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Carnegie being guarded by the much bigger Cooper. Got by her for a moment, then feeds on the bounce pass and the conversion by Verse.
Carnegie unfazed, got her ball deflected twice, keeps her composure, big find.
Cooper steps up and hits another three. That's 3 consecutive possessions of three-pointers for the Lady Vols and a timeout called by Tennessee.
Danny Carnegie getting it done on the offensive end. She doesn't score here, but she gets her teammate Verse involved. Mia Verse with another 2 points.
You know, talking to Coach Abe today at shoot-around about Danny Carnegie, and I asked her, I think the thing that's been most surprising about Carnegie is not the offense. It's the fact that she's a really complete ball player. And she, you know, typically she's guarding the best on the defensive end. She's able to pass and set her teammates up. She's certainly not a one-dimensional player by any means. Her three-point shooting stands out because it's so extraordinary, but she's really a complete overall player.
I mean, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, hasn't missed the free throw yet. 7 for 7 from the free throw line, and as you mentioned, she gets the tough defensive assignments. She has great ball awareness, and she's really stepped into that leadership role here at Georgia and done a great job.
Turkoff at the elbow. Rebound is controlled by Paldo. Goes to the other Paldo. Mia and Maya out there. Pardon me, Maya and Mia. Mia and Maya. It's enough to drive you crazy, isn't it? There's Paldo underneath. The great feed by Spearman. .35 seconds to play in the half. Step back, in and out. Tennessee can play with the final possession right here. Instructions coming from the bench, Coach Caldwell. 17 on the clock. Shot clock is off. Spearman runs into the defense. And the foul is going to be called on Turkoff, who exclaims that she had verticality right there. She had defense position and verticality with her hands up. Same argument that Coach Abe's making right now.
I thought it was great defense. She was right on the help. She planned the spin perfectly. She knew Spearman was probably going to spin back. Here she is. A lot of contact with the ball.
Yeah. That's a tough foul on Riley Turkoff. You could see her react to her disbelief that the foul was whistled on her. That's only the second team foul on Georgia, so Tennessee nowhere close to shooting bonus. Paldo, big three. And the Lady Vols will be playing at South Carolina on Sunday. Georgia at 4-4, although they've won 3 of their last 4, had a 3-game winning streak in the conference until dropping their last game against Alabama a week ago tonight. Cooper misses the first shot of the third quarter, then a cut, and could not connect with Paldo. Ta'Leisha Cooper had 8 points in the first half against UConn on Sunday when it was a tight ball game. They were tied at halftime, and then did not take a shot the entire second half against the Huskies, as the Lady Vols ended up getting blown out by 30. As Coach Kim Caldwell today, did the Huskies take her out of the offense, or did she take herself out of the offense? And Kim said it's probably a little bit of both. 3 on the shot clock, and the backdoor cut, and Verse is there to convert.
Big basket by Maya Verse. Maya's done great this job finishing around the rim and really making her touches worth it.
Spearman on the reverse layup attempt. Rebound tracked down by Tennessee. Reset the offense with a fresh 20 to work with. Traveling call on Cooper.
Carnegie making it happen on the offensive end. She's got a lot of focus on her, and great find in Maya Verse. Maya Verse now with 6 points on the game.
That's the second Sports Center top 10 nominee pass that she's had in this game. High-level passes for her. Even though the shot is not falling for her, she's finding other ways to impact this game. Almost stolen by Cooper, and then lost out of bounds by Turner.
I like the sportsmanship there right in front of the table here. Cooper goes to help Trinity up. She was already up, but good sportsmanship. And here you see just the defense relentlessness that Tennessee brings. They're long, they're athletic, and Georgia has got to limit their turnovers.
Just more great defense from Ta'Leisha Cooper, one of the best ball stealers in Tennessee history. Spearman missed up close. Defense forces the turnover, and Spearman gets the basket. Carnegie misses the open 3. Prawl standing open, straight on, and missed it. Spearman, wing 3, drained it. Timeout, Georgia.
Spearman, she's got to do a better job so she can be on the court, and we know she wants to be on the court.
She has 2 personal fouls. She picked those up in the first quarter. Carnegie, 3, nothing but net. Civil drives, splitting the defense, and gets the left-handed layup. First basket for Civil in this game. First time she'd driven the lane and gotten to the rim after missing some jumpers.
That's why we've seen quite a few three-point attempts from her, using her quickness there to get to the bucket from the top of the key.
Woolfolk fading away on the baseline. Civil rebound, comes to Poldo. 3. Civil crashes the boards and knocked it out of bounds. It's off of her.
Woolfolk really slow to get up on the other end. Not sure if it's her ankle. She came down on a foot, but Woolfolk is.
And Coach Abe is there to help her off the floor before the training staff gets there. Abe is like yelling at the officials on the other end and said, hey, I had an injured player down here. What are you guys doing about it? Didn't stop play, and I think she was a little exasperated that the training staff was slow to get to her. See, she comes down, I think, on Barker's foot. Yep. She's had problems with that in the past. I'm not saying it's the same injury, but she had a broken foot in her freshman year. Reach-in foul on Cooper. So anytime you take Mia Woolfolk off the floor for Georgia, they do not have anybody her size that can replicate her offense.
That's right. Woolfolk at 6'3". She's averaging 12 points per game, 5.5 rebounds. It's tough without her on the court. As you mentioned, her agility, her ability to finish and create, and another foul.
Back-to-back crazy fouls by Ta'Leisha Cooper Don't know what got into her head right there. Those are back-to-back unnecessary fouls by Cooper. And those are her first 2 personals of the game. Turcoff working off a screen from Henderson. Step back, nearly traveled. Carnegie picks it up and gets a layup out of it. Wow, it looked like there was contact there. Fortunately, nobody got hurt. I thought they might have banged heads, but they did not. Paldo and Turner spin move inside, and Spearman gets the bucket. Spearman's now in double figures. She has 11. 3 Lady Vols in double figures. Spearman playing in front of a lot of friends and family here tonight. Paldo gets called for the foul, trying to get the backcourt steal. And I think they might have hit each other in the face that time. If it didn't happen the previous time, which I was speaking about just a few moments ago, it might have happened just there. I think they might have banged in the mouth. They're both kind of checking their teeth. So they banged heads right there. And both of them grabbed their mouth. In fact, Paldo has a towel up to her nose and mouth right now. Sitting at the end of her bench. Ball gets knocked away.
Georgia's going to need a quick hitter, quick offense here. 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Rebound is controlled by Tennessee. Hold on, let's see what happened here. Did someone step out of bounds or was it a foul call?
I think it was an out of bounds.
So we have an out of bounds
player that has a bright career ahead of her.
No doubt, a matchup nightmare. You took the words right out of my mouth. That's a future WNBA player right there. Kraft in the paint on a double team, left it short. Mia Woolfolk, who's made her way back to the bench for Georgia, so hopefully for the Lady Bulldogs, she's checking in soon. Cooper strokes the 3. 7-point lead for the Lady Vols.
Flau'jae Cooper has been big. She has her 3rd 3 on the game. No one matches up. No one finds her in an easy 3. Tennessee now with 8 3-pointers.
Flau'jae Cooper, preseason All-SEC first team. She was a 5-star coming out of South Carolina. Actually started her career with the Gamecocks. This is her 3rd season with the Lady Vols. Her 2nd season playing. She actually had to sit out a year. How old school, right? You had to sit out a year with a transfer.
Those were the fun days.
Maybe not so much, but yeah, she had to sit out a year because she transferred outside of the transfer portal window. Carnegie, corner 3.
Carnegie just needed to shoot it in front of her bench, get back in a rhythm on her 2nd 3 of the game. Not shooting her normal percentage, but shoot.
She has 19 of Georgia's 41. Shot clock goes under 10. Ball batted up into the air by Henderson, and now 4 on the shot clock. Tennessee's got to rush this. Spearman loses the dribble. Turnover for Georgia. Turcoff across the timeline. Mia at the scorer's table. Mia Woolfolk at the scorer's table, ready to check back in for the Lady Bulldogs. Turcoff behind a screen, misses the 3. Henderson ends up on the floor. Carnegie got fouled on the shot.
I loved how poised, how relaxed she plays. She just plays with so much patience. It looks so easy. Her speed, her pace. And Danny Carnegie will head to the line for a chance for two.
So Carnegie at the foul line. And I'll say this, and I mean it as a compliment, although a lot of people might not take it that way. Her game reminds me a little bit of James Harden, who just got traded by the Clippers to the Cavaliers. I mean, there is no panic in her game. I agree with exactly what you said. Even when in traffic, she's just always moving, constantly moving, but not too fast. Big pileup in the corner over there. Savannah Henderson being mugged by her teammates in a congratulatory way after hustling for that ball in the corner.
Great hustle, great battle. I'm telling you, that baseline right there, someone's going to leave with an injury.
That's a danger zone right there. That's a high contact area. Woolfolk gets the lob in on the inbounds. Misses the shot. Barker gets the rebound, races up the floor. Barker passes out of the paint. Civil will attack to the corner three, and Hurst. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Lauren Hurst. First bucket of the game for her. Woolfolk inside the circle, missed it. Poldo the rebound. Behind the back, or she just lost it behind the back. I don't know if she was trying to go behind the back. She turned it over. Henderson misses the three in the corner.
In comes some more height. Latham, 6'2", along with Spearman checking back into the game.
You hear a lot of football coaches talking about the team getting off the bus. They look good getting off the bus. Tennessee's got a team that looks good getting off the bus. And not too bad when they're on the floor either. We have an offensive foul called on Georgia. That's going to go against Savannah Henderson. So Tennessee brings it up the floor with a 6-point lead. They've outscored Georgia 15-11 here in the third period. Spearman's had a big quarter. She'll launch the three. This time misses it. Carnegie gets the rebound. Races past Poldo up the floor. Turkoff, wing three. Carnegie's going to be called for the foul coming over the back. What a fun game we've had here tonight. For the longest time, Georgia and Tennessee was the preeminent rivalry game in the conference. Maybe not that anymore, but they have not played but anything but a big rivalry type atmosphere here tonight. It's been fun. Spearman shovels it up there. Henderson gets the rebound. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter. Turner got stripped on the play. It's out of bounds off of Tennessee. 36.7 to play in the quarter and 12 on the shot clock for Georgia. Inbounds on the baseline. Screen by Woolfolk. Turkoff, step back three. Drained it. Did we have a technical foul called on Turkoff? Because she turned around and said something to Latham after hitting the three.
Riley Turkoff bunch of counters, playing hard. Step back in the corner is good. That's her third 3 on the game. The bench loves it, but it looks like she was assessed and a technical on her reaction after the play.
Right there, you could see Ashley Good stepped in. She heard it. And her teammates are smiling, but that could be a very costly technical right there because Tennessee gets 2 free throws and the ball. I mean, they were getting the ball anyway. It was going to be their possession. So they get an extra 2 free throws on top of the possession. Poldo missed the extra free throw shot. She's got 13 tonight. She remains their leading scorer. Shot clock off and 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Latham spin move, pass out to Poldo, sidestep 3, rebound, put back, horn sounds, shot will not count.
Enough conclusive evidence,
right,
so they kept
it
it
stays
at the
a 3. So Georgia down 4 as we start the fourth quarter. Woolfolk was calling for the ball instead of a lob pass into the corner and a 3 in Turkoff. Woolfolk again calling for the ball, playing against Cooper. And this was the matchup they were talking about in the shoot-around. They were telling Woolfolk that 55 will end up guarding her, and you need to take it to the basket when that happens. Latham, 3-pointer, rattled around, went off the backboard, and then went right through.
And Matt, that last bucket was Mia Woolfolk's first field goal of the game. Good to see her getting involved. She's going to need a few more touches.
Turnover, Barker comes away with it. Lead pass goes to Civil, had it slip right out of her hands.
Mia Woolfolk getting involved inside. Riley Turkoff passes it into her. Great big move, uses her shoulder, moves Cooper, the great defender. First bucket for Woolfolk.
And Georgia was emphasizing that in their shoot-around. They said Tennessee will switch, and you'll end up with 55, Talaysia Cooper on you. When that happens, you need to go right there and get the bucket. And that's what she did right there. And again, this time they've got Spearman on her, which is a tougher matchup for Mia, but she's got such a great fadeaway shot. Even the size of Spearman, she can beat that by falling away and fading away on that shot.
Back-to-back buckets for Woolfolk.
Wow, big 3-pointer for Cooper.
Tennessee with their 11th 3 on the game, shooting just under 37%.
Carnegie finds her spot on the 3-point line. There was contact but didn't get a whistle. Savannah Henderson got the rebound, and now a foul is going to be called on Spearman underneath. Referee has allowed time for Janiah Barker to get her headband situated again. Woolfolk inside, had the mismatch right there.
Woolfolk has touched the ball every possession. She is 3 for 3 in the last possessions for Georgia. She will head to the line for a shot at an and one. But this is the switch. They've got to keep getting it in. When Woolfolk has a guard on her, they've got to pound the ball inside. So great job by Georgia getting it inside these past few possessions.
This is something that Georgia has to recognize, and I think they've done a good job of that, trying to hammer that home in practice now in the shoot-around as well, is that when Woolfolk has someone other than Spearman or Barker guarding her, you definitely need to get her the ball. Not saying that you don't get her the ball if that's happening, but if you see that, you've got to recognize that and take advantage of that. Spearman gets swiped by Carnegie, and Carnegie with the layup. And Carnegie is one of the top ball stealers in the conference herself. Drive to the bucket, and Civil puts it in. Full court pressure by Tennessee. Georgia beats it as they relax it. Carnegie passes to the wing. Henderson for the tie. Georgia and Tennessee are tied at 57. Timeout, Tennessee. Points per game, which is tops on Tennessee's team, and she's already over that number here with 6.5 to go. Barker, 3. Rebound, Tennessee. Poldo got in there and got it. Barker passes out. Spearman on the three-point line, and the rebound controlled by Tennessee. Latham got it. Remember, they're one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the country. Poldo, long three-pointer, and Turner gets the long rebound. Georgia down the floor, chance to take the lead. Georgia has not led in this game. I'm sorry, they've led by 8, but that was way back in the second quarter. They had a 27-19 lead. So they have not led here in the second half. Poldo, step back. Latham, spin move. Barker, three-pointer. Janiah Barker, first three-pointer for her tonight. She's got 7 points, 8 rebounds. Carnegie, step back 3. Rebound controlled by Tennessee. Barker races up the floor. Fakes the pass, missed the layup. Turner, no-look pass to Woolfolk. Spearman inside to give Tennessee a 3-point lead. 4:20 now, less than that to go. Carnegie working against Poldo. Shoots up over top of her and misses. Barker clears the rebound. 10 boards for Barker. Cooper's had the hot hand, way off the mark this time. And a long rebound that goes out to half court. And a timeout called by Tennessee. Kim Caldwell was right there and saved them from an over and back. Watch this no-look pass from Turner.
Spearman and Cooper couldn't find her. Big find in Woolfolk with 9 points here in the fourth. Georgia trails by 3.
And then back the other way, Spearman gets the easy basket inside. I say easy, a close basket's what I meant to say. Nothing easy about it. She went through 2 Georgia defenders to get the hoop. And a 3-point lead for Tennessee. '76th all-time meeting between Georgia and Tennessee is not disappointed tonight. Georgia a 3-point win in Knoxville last year. And Tennessee has a 3-point lead here at Georgia this year. And we have 3:44 left in regulation. Heading down to the wire. Carnegie all up on Spearman. Shot clock violation. .324 left in regulation. 62-59 lead for Tennessee. Subs in and out for the Lady Vols. Offensive foul, no blocking foul on Poldo.
It looked like there just wasn't enough space. Tries to step through.
That's a tough foul call on Poldo. I thought she had position and established herself. The officials saw it the other way. Kim Caldwell trying to get the officials' attention because she felt like not only did Poldo not commit the foul, that Poldo got hit in the face. Yeah, Caldwell says she got hit in the face. So far, the officials have not. Now they might be going to the table to look at it. No, it does not look like they're going to do that. Coach Caldwell wanted them to look at that, and they're not going to do that. A lot of contact. Big battle going on here between Turner and Poldo. Battle for the rebound, and Poldo comes away with it for Tennessee. They've got a 3-point lead in the ball. Four on the shot clock, holding foul on Carnegie. That's going to be the third personal on Carnegie and first team foul on Georgia. So if this game gets a little deeper here and Georgia finds themselves in a situation where they have to foul to try to stop the clock and put Tennessee on the line, they've got some fouls they're going to have to make up, because Georgia has only one team foul so far in the quarter. The officials have called a timeout, and Tennessee was huddling up, and now they break up that huddle. Cooper pass to the corner. Latham takes the three and airmailed it. Verse has the rebound, hands it off to Turner. Ahead it comes to Carnegie. Georgia spreads the floor here with Carnegie holding the ball. Woolfolk comes out to set a screen for her. Handoff into Verse, and Verse got fouled on the shot. Maya Verse is not a great free throw shooter. She'll be going to the line. 14 fouls on Tennessee. Maya Verse, this is one of the liabilities for Maya Verse, is she's not a great free throw shooter, which limits her minutes on the floor late in games.
And Cooper for Tennessee picking up her fourth foul.
So Verse calmly hits the first free throw. She's just a 43.8% free throw shooter. Missed the second. Woolfolk coming over the back. Cooper just picked up the foul. And that will be number 5 on her.
I think he might have signaled for Spearman.
Did he call Spearman for the foul?
I believe so. So Spearman and
He's
Cooper
got 4, yeah.
both have 4.
I thought they were going to get Cooper, but obviously it was Spearman, and that's a good call by the officials. So Spearman and Cooper both with 4 personals as Woolfolk steps up to the line, and she is a good free throw shooter. Has vastly improved that aspect of her game year over year. Missed the second free throw attempt. And it's a 1-point lead for Tennessee with less than 2 to go. Poldo, nice feed to Barker. What a pass by Poldo. And a 3-point lead for the Lady Vols. .123. Ball goes to Carnegie. 13 on the shot clock. 8 on the shot clock. Carnegie back to Woolfolk. 4 on the shot clock. Woolfolk, defender falls down, sticks it in. 64-63.
Woolfolk with a huge quarter, 12 points, all in the 4th quarter for Georgia. We've got a battle here.
This is what you expect when you tune in to watch Georgia and Tennessee.
Mia Poldo, great pass into her big, Janiyah Barker. And Georgia finds their big on the other end as well. Woolfolk with a big move. No call on the Barker. And Georgia, 1-point game.
I thought Barker did a really good job of trying to sell the contact. Would have convinced me that maybe Woolfolk had dropped the shoulder and bumped into her. The officials didn't see it that way. They let him play. 40 seconds to go. Foul on Woolfolk, number 3 on her. That's just the second team foul on Georgia. That's okay for Georgia because they're going to have to foul some more here. Because if Georgia gets into a situation here in the final 33 seconds where they got to put Tennessee on the line, Georgia still has only 3 team fouls.
Georgia has got to box out if a shot goes up. Tennessee has 12 offensive rebounds. Big possession here for both teams.
13 on the shot clock. Ball goes to Poldo. And Carnegie commits the foul. That's going to be 4th team foul, so now Georgia's in a position where they need to be from a foul standpoint, from a team foul standpoint. The next one would be to put Tennessee in.
Now you have to play the foul game. They did have 12 seconds to spare between the game clock and the shot clock, but now with 1.7.
Yeah, because they put a fresh 20 up there. Foul away from the ball. It will be on Woolfolk, I think. It is. And so Tennessee's going to be shooting bonus here.
So
Woolfolk picks up her 4th. And Carnegie's got 4. That's the foul trouble for Georgia. Spearman at the line with the game on the line. Just a 59% free throw shooter on the season. Two-point lead for Tennessee. Spearman's got 14. Lead is 3 for Tennessee. Timeout Georgia with 14.8 on the clock here. And Savannah Henderson's also a three-point threat. She is the inbounder. Ball comes into Woolfolk. Underneath, banging bodies, puts it up and in. Cuts the lead to 1. Tennessee inbounds quickly. Poldo eluding the defense, and now there's the foul. And that will foul out Woolfolk. She had no alternative. She had to commit the foul.
Carnegie was pursuing her. Woolfolk, it was inevitable. One of them was going to have to foul to stop the clock.
So 8.5, and Poldo going to the line with Tennessee up 1.
Poldo 1 of 2 today from the line. Tennessee only shooting 50% from the free throw line, 4 for 8. Georgia's 15 of 18 from the free throw line.
So Georgia puts Maya Verse in for the fouled out Mia Woolfolk. Poldo at the line. Clutch free throw from the freshman, who has 14 points now and is 2 of 3 at the line. Another. Barely rippled the net. Clutch free throws from Poldo with the game on the line gives Tennessee a 3-point lead, and now there's 8.5. Despite the fact she's not had a great shooting night tonight, is always a 3-point threat because she's a clutch shooter. She's a threat in a clutch situation. Ball gets batted back by Cooper on the inbounds attempt by Turner. The officials at the scores table, because no time came off the clock on that deflected pass out of bounds, so obviously some time should have moved, because it did not happen without time coming off, although the clock did not move. So there should be at the very least, a tenth of a second has to come off the clock, right?
Yeah, it looks like 3/10 is taken.
That's probably more realistic, 3/10.
The ball was batted pretty hard.
Yes, it was.
Out of bounds.
Clock doesn't move until it touches a human. Carnegie on the 3. They did not
foul.
They did call a foul on the 3-point shot, so Carnegie's going to the line for 3. I never heard a whistle. We just saw the play stop because it's so loud. We never heard the whistle. So Carnegie's going to get 3 free throws. They're going to go take a look at it first. So they have still definitively not said
a 3-point basket.
Who's gotten most of her offense tonight at the free throw line, gets 3 free throw attempts right here to try to tie the game with 5.8 seconds left in regulation. There's one. Carnegie wipes her hands off her hips there. And there's 2. One more for the tie. There it is, tie game. Now Tennessee, and maybe Poldo finding a way open in the corner.
Yeah, I think you give
Comes to Cooper. 3 seconds. Ball is deflected. Cooper gets it up there, clanks off the iron. Tip attempt by Barker, no good, and we're going to overtime. Renewal of this great rivalry that they play every year. 76th all-time meeting going to overtime here. And 19th ranked Tennessee trying to stay near the top of the Southeastern Conference standings with a victory. If they can hold on and get it, they would improve to 7-1. Georgia split their first 8 conference games. They're 4-4. Poldo on the drive, and the shot blocked by Kraft, but there was contact afterwards. And Poldo still has not gotten up off the floor.
Good help by Zinkraft, but a lot of contact after that block. I don't think there was any ill intent there, just a basketball play with a lot of contact.
And Kraft has played only 10 minutes tonight. She was not on the floor much at all, if at all, in that fourth quarter. She's the player that's in with Woolfolk now on the bench with 5 personal fouls. Kraft did not play at all in the fourth quarter. And she did not play at all in the third quarter, so she didn't play at all. Let me take that back. She played 2 minutes in the third quarter. So she's been on the bench a long time coming in here at overtime. And Poldo is one tough cookie. With her Karate Kid headband.
Good to see her get up. I mean, she's 5'6", she's quick, but she is a little body in comparison to all the big bodies out there. So great to see her get up. She tells the ref, I'm good, and she's going to go to the line to shoot her 2 free throws.
A little stick of dynamite. She has had a huge impact on this game for the Lady Vols. 15 points in 31 minutes. She's 3 of 4 at the foul line. She has 4 rebounds and 3 assists. She's 5 of 13 from the floor and 2 of 8 on her threes. Two-time SEC Freshman of the Week already this season. Young lady out of Patterson, New Jersey. Closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, visualizes the basket, takes aims and fires. 1 point lead, Lady Vols. Who said this game was only for big people, right? 2 point lead, Lady Vols. So Lady Vols hop back into their full court press, and they have Latham at the top of it there. She'll pick up Turkoff. And Turner has logged a lot of minutes tonight. She's played all 40 minutes in this game. She has not come off the floor. Carnegie behind the screen misses the three. Spearman working against Kraft. That should be a fun matchup. Reaching, Henderson got ball. Mouth agape. She is shocked that she got called for the foul. Looked like she got all ball on the reach in, but anytime you reach in, you're liable to get whistled for a foul, and that's exactly what happened with Savannah Henderson right there.
Spearman at the line. 2 shots.
Spearman gives Tennessee a 3-point lead. She's got 15 now. And now a 4-point lead for Tennessee. Kraft lost the dribble. And Coach Katie Abrahamson Henderson is going to send in Ojenoa. And Kraft will come off the floor. That's tough right there for the freshman, but you just simply cannot have an empty possession like that in an overtime game like this.
No, not when Tennessee's gone to a 4-0 start here. Georgia needs a little momentum and some good possessions.
Spearman rises up for the three and missed it poorly. Latham got the offensive rebound, though. Fresh 20 for Tennessee. Pick and roll executed nicely by Cooper as Spearman gets the bucket, and now a 6-point lead. Timeout called by Georgia. Georgia's got Turner, Henderson, Carnegie, and Turkoff, Ojenoa on the floor. Tennessee, Barker, Spearman, Poldo, Latham, and Cooper. Turkoff stops and pops and got the negotiation of the rim. And that thing hit every corner of the rim and went down. Poldo being marked by Turner, has to give it up. 10 on the shot clock. Cooper now at the top, gets a screen from Barker. There's passes up the pick and roll, gives it to Spearman instead. She drives and lays it in. Z Spearman in front of her cheering section, who all jump to their feet and cheer as she gives Tennessee a 6-point lead again. Turner behind the screen. Big bucket for Trent Turner. Just her second field goal of the game. Seven on the shot clock. Poldo, mid-range, way off the mark. Might be the break Georgia needed right there as Gregory gets it across to Turner. 1:37 left in regulation in this overtime, first overtime period, I should say. Carnegie gets a screen from Henderson. 5 on the shot clock. Shot blocked by Cooper. Barker releases. She got fouled after the block by Cooper. That possession was a miss for Georgia after they got the miss on the offensive end by Poldo. Never got a shot, never got a clean shot off. As Cooper got the block, the officials are gathered on the G. Danny Carnegie's trying to join the huddle there and chip in her 2 cents worth.
Before, it'll be her 5th foul, I believe, Matt.
Yeah, the foul was called on Carnegie, and it will be number 5. So Georgia will try to win this game in overtime without Carnegie and without Woolfolk, who fouled out at the before the end of regulation. And can they do that? Carnegie finishes with 25. 11 of 12 at the free throw line. So Barker's at the line. Missed that first free throw. Again, Janiah Barker started her career, well, at least kinda, with the Georgia Lady Bulldogs. She signed with Georgia coming out of Montford Academy, where she was one of the top prospects in the nation, and she missed them both. But she never played here. Ended up going with Joni Taylor to Texas A&M, and now at Tennessee here in her 4th year of college eligibility. Whistle. Georgia called a time.
Stroke from 3. Georgia has got to execute and at least get a good shot up.
Henderson will be the inbounder, side out of bounds. Turkoff comes to get the ball. She's going to drive, left-handed scoop over the basket. Rebound Barker. Barker tips it ahead to Poldo. That might be enough right there as Barker gets her 13th rebound of the game. Foul on Turner, trying to pickpocket Poldo out here near the half-court line. And so Poldo's getting free throws. And she's typically money in this type situation. Mia Poldo, 17 points tonight, 5 of 6 at the line. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And she's been pesky. She's made life difficult on Georgia's guards, bringing the ball up the floor.
She has. She has done a great job pressuring. She's been up in Georgia's point guards. And these guards, they're playing a lot of minutes, they're playing a lot of defense, and they're handling the ball.
Baldo's at 34 minutes, and Turner has played every minute of this game. She's played 43 minutes. Time running out on Georgia now. Turner drives and shoots up over Poldo and draws the foul. And one opportunity for Trinity Turner.
And Georgia continues to battle in adversity. Trinity Turner, nice crossover. Goes right into Poldo. Great finish. Georgia, just what they needed. Opportunity to make this a one-possession game.
3-point play, Trent Turner, and it is 78-75. Poldo brings it up, gets it quickly into the front court. Georgia probably needs to foul here, but they don't want to foul Poldo. They're still playing this thing straight up defensively, and there's the foul. And Henderson protests the foul call as she's whistled for the foul, and that's going to put Spearman at the line. That's not a bad choice there. Spearman, for the season, is not a great free throw shooter.
The only disadvantage is a lot of time went off of the clock there.
Spearman tonight is 5 of 8. That makes it a 4-point game with 21.2 on the clock. Hits them both. Clutch free throws by Spearman. 5-point lead, Lady Vols. Georgia's going to have to do whatever they're going to do. They're going to have to do it in a hurry. Turner to Turcoff. Turcoff. Step back three was blocked. Foul called on Cooper. And Cooper might get teed up. And Caldwell grabs her and shoves her back to her bench. Cooper with an outburst of emotion after being called for a 5th personal foul. I've seen players get teed up for less than that. Officials typically don't like it when you show them up like that. Now I understand her frustration because it looked like she got a whole ball right there. But then on this display of emotion right here, they typically don't allow you that much leeway, but the officials did not tee her up right there. And Turcoff at the line. Hit the free throw.
And if Turcoff hits all 3 of these, Georgia has got to be up, regardless, in the press, ready to trap immediately and then foul if they don't get a turnover.
So the lead is 4 after Turcoff missed that one right there. Do you miss this one intentionally?
I think you still play it.
Yeah, there's no real mathematical advantage to doing that. Tennessee called a timeout with 11.1 and the lead 80 on the floor. Ojenewa on the floor and Henderson on the floor for Georgia. Inbounds comes to Poldo and Turner collides with her and runs her into the scorer's table, and hopefully everybody's okay. Poldo has taken a beating tonight. She works at a distinct disadvantage in that she's the smallest player on the floor. So she usually gets the bad end of a foul situation. Turner aggressively going for the steal right there, gets called for the foul.
And the ref on the opposite sideline called the foul. Not sure how he saw that from there, but Tennessee with an opportunity to make this a 2-possession game.
Poldo back at the line, and a clutch free throw again for Poldo. Makes it 81-77. Big rebound game for Mia Poldo, pardon me, after she scored only 5 against UConn on Sunday. Another clutch free throw, and that probably puts this game on ice. 10.3. Turner, 3-pointer off the iron, kick to the corner, saved by Burst, behind the back, goes out of bounds. It'll be Tennessee's ball. And now 1.2, and all Tennessee has to do is inbounds this thing to get the victory. And that will do it. Tennessee comes into Stegeman Coliseum and gets a hard-fought 82-77